SCP-1382, Object Class Euclid. SCP-1382-1 is a red C-mark water buoy, identical to models produced by. Registration matches existing model produced in 19. But no abnormal behavior was reported until July 7, 2012. -1 has suffered structural damage indicative of a high-speed impact, likely from a light civilian motorcraft, but is otherwise functional and intact. The Foundation was alerted to SCP-1382 after a pattern of recent missing persons reports led them to its coordinates. In dark weather or night conditions, -1 flashes the International Morse Code Distress Signal SOS at 10-second intervals. -1 is anchored to SCP-1382-2, which is embedded on the seafloor at a depth of meters. -2 is the remains of Airlines Flight 441, a commercial passenger liner that vanished over Lake Michigan on July 2, 1973. It has suffered extensive structural damage and degradation, pertinent to an uncontrolled water landing and prolonged submersion. Contained within -2 are 56 instances of SCP-1382-3, skeletal human remains that are believed to be the former passengers and crew of -2. The remains of 3 reported missing persons attributed to -1, as well as D-49581, see Incident 1382-Charlie-2, are also contained within -2. The whereabouts of 2 passengers and 2 crew members from Flight 441 are currently unknown. When -1 becomes active, all instances of -3 animate, registering a temperature of 37 degrees Celsius, 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, on thermal imaging scanners. Early observations suggested that -3 was reliving the crash of Flight 441. The majority of -3 appear distressed and assuming crash positions in their seats. Continued observation has revealed a number of discrepancies, and it is the conclusion of Dr. Salvia that the passengers were distressed by events occurring parallel to the crash, and not the crash itself. Subject Number 1, SCP-1382-3-1, rises from the pilot's seat and appears to be fending off an unknown attacker before slumping over -2's control panel and ceasing to move. Subject Number 9 drops to his knees and holds up its arms, in a posture suggesting supplication and/or prayer. Subject Number 12 attempts to push his right thumb into the left eye socket of Subject 13, seated adjacent. 13 offers no resistance but appears to be screaming. Subject 18 leans over the back of his chair, grabs hold of and attempts to consume the left hand of Subject 19, managing to dislodge and swallow the distal and intermediate phalanges of the index and middle fingers. Finger bones can be seen inside 18's ribcage. 19 appears to be screaming while Subject 20, seated next to it, assaults 18 with its bare fists. Subjects 22, 23, and 24 are gesturing at the left side passenger windows. Their motion suggests something is on or near the wing of the plane. Subjects 44 and 45 overpower Subjects 46 and 47, both juveniles, estimated to be 8 and 6 years of age respectively, and begin to consume them. Subjects 53, 54, and 55 are identified as and reported missing during a 3-month period previous to the discovery of SCP-1382. Each is in a state of decay applicable to their environment and length of time submerged. When animated, all 3 express confusion and distress at their surroundings and at the decayed condition of their own bodies. Subject 56 is the remains of D-49581, absorbed into -2 during Incident 1382-Charlie-2. It is in a very early stage of decay. 56 expresses confusion and distress at its surroundings, as well as a greater self-awareness and none of the repeating actions demonstrated by other -3s. 56 has made several efforts to escape -2. So far, it has attempted to extricate itself through an open window, communicate with nearby -3s, and to run or swim to the emergency exits. Each attempt has been unsuccessful in the time allotted. Requests to contact and/or remove 56 are pending approval. After 13 seconds of activity, all instances of -3 turn to face -1. They remain in this position until -1 ceases its SOS, at which point they collapse and become inert. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-1382 is contained off-site at coordinates Lake Michigan. SCPs C-Star is to remain on permanent assignment 1 kilometer from SCP-1382, posing as Michigan Shipwreck Research Associates vessel SS Lobster Trap. Foundation operatives embedded in local Coast Guard services are to redirect air and sea traffic away from the containment site. Any civilian traffic that approaches SCP-1382 is to be detained, interrogated, and administered Class B amnestics pending results of said interrogation.